Welcome back to BUTV News. I'm Jonathon Michel with your sports. The effects of no fall sports on campus are noticeable, but stoppages in the seasons don't affect just those athletes on scholarship. It affects those who play club sports as well. Tonight, we'd like to welcome in the president of the women's club soccer team, Katy Symanietz. Katy, thanks for coming into the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, first of all, how are you and your teammates doing now that we're fresh out of quarantine?
We're struggling to get through it still a little bit. We are still restricted in terms of the school and everything that's kind of going on with playing sports. We have not been given the access to resume play just quite yet.
Now, for some of our viewers who might not be familiar with club sports, can you give them a background on what differentiates club sports between NCAA regulated sports?
Of course. So we are just any normal club here at Bradley University, but we also have a league that we play under. So we play with other schools around the nation pretty much and just play against them. We have a conference just as D1 does, but the only difference is that instead we are not regulated by NCAA. We don't have to follow super harsh guidelines. We are pretty much an in-between of intramurals and D1, D3, wherever you want to go. But we are still competitive, but also like to have a lot more fun on the field as well.
Gotcha. So since you're not under the umbrella, so to say, of the NCAA, have you been able to do more since the pandemic started, or have you been doing just about the same as any normal athletic team would?
We, as of now, have been pretty much under the same guidelines. If anything, D1 and division sports have had more leniency because they are able to enforce and keep everyone in check and keep everyone in line. Whereas since we're just a normal club, we can't be given extra opportunities and things to do. So we haven't been pretty much practicing all semester.
I see.
Yeah.
So I see that you guys play in the Women's Midwest Alliance Soccer Conference. Now that has an astounding 40 teams, if I read that right. So you guys have a lot of travel opportunities, correct?
Yeah. We play 10 teams in one conference, and there are probably 4 to 5, I think, other conferences that consist of 10 to 12 other teams. So we play 8 within our conference. Some schools such as ISU, Illinois, Purdue, Butler, and then we play some out of conference, so like Northern Michigan and Akron and some other schools that are a little bit farther outside of our normal distance.
Actually, traveling is always one of the best parts of playing sports. So I understand that being to travel is largely due in part due to funding because you're a club team. So how do you and your teammates raise money?
So we have been given the fortunate opportunity to get money from the school, from the CSBRC, which is Club Sports Budget Review Committee. And so we are able to put proposals in, get money from them, but we also do fundraising on the outside. So bake sales at the Student Center, Chipotle nights at Chipotle, and things like that.
Gotcha. So funding is definitely a unique aspect of club sports, but one way that you are similar to any other athlete on campus is you have to balance your schedule between school and your sport. So how easy is that for you and the rest of the people on your team?
Honestly, for our team, it's pretty easy. We have girls that are in club sports. We have girls that are in sororities. We have girls that are also in other clubs. As the president, it is a little bit more of a extra added time because I have to do other things outside of just playing. But in terms of just playing, we have 1 to 2 games a weekend normally and 2 practices during the week.
Gotcha. So in one word, how would you describe the women's club soccer team?
I would say passionate. I think that a lot of us really, really like playing, and we've gotten to be able to build this bond between our teammates that I feel like has been a unique experience other than other teams that I've had in the past. Gotcha.
Well, Katy, thanks so much for coming into the interview. And so coming up, we have a few campus announcements and then a classical musical performance from Gadget. We'll be right back.